Hey, my name's Jeff Stoltz. You know, some people call me an evangelist, some people call me a motorcycle missionary, but the truth is, I'm just a guy that God pulled out of a ditch and I can't shut up about it. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to a little bit about what I have to say. I want to share it with you about what God has brought me from and what God is doing in my life now. You know, the truth is, in 2006, I was a homeless crack addict. You know, after a life of motorcycle gang membership, I was a motorcycle gang member for 15 years, a leader, in fact. And from that, I moved into crack cocaine addiction, which left me homeless for 2.5 years before I met Jesus Christ and asked Him to be the Lord of my life. You know, in the years since, I plugged into a recovery program. You know, Matthew 11:28 says, "Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you will recover your life." And so I plugged into a Christ Center recovery program, and really that's just discipleship. And God began to do a work in my life, you know, as I was able to go back and clean up the mess of my past and let go of the shame and the guilt of the mess I've been through and clean up the wreckage, you know, of where I had been, and began to use me, you know, in a multitude of ways. And I was a Christ Center recovery ministry leader for 7 years. I went to school, became ordained as a pastor. And in 2016, after 9 years, I ride a motorcycle associating that biker lifestyle with all my bad behavior. God told me it was okay to ride a motorcycle for Christ's sake. And so I started Broken Chains. And I'm the founder and the national director of Work Fellowship of Bikers and Motorcycle Enthusiasts who have found hope and healing in Jesus Christ through the Christ Center recovery process, helping others to realize that change is possible. But in 2017, you know, God called me to go out on the road to get the word out about Broken Chains and let people know about what we were doing, because Broken Chains is just an army of hope dealers, you know, around the country, around the world, actually, letting people outside of the church and inside of the church know about the hope and freedom that are available in Jesus Christ. But as God called me to hit the road, I went out on the road with my motorcycle. In the last 6 years, I've ridden about 150,000 miles. And I've been to churches all over the country and other venues to share and preach and teach. But what I realized shortly after I hit the road was God had a mission for me, and God was using me at the gas stations, in the motorcycle shops, in the hotels, on the streets, under the bridges. God was using me to reach a group of people that resonate with a guy that looks like me, to resonate with a guy that has my life experience. So, you know, there are people out there are gang members, there are bikers, homeless people, sex traffic victims, drug addicts. I mean, there are a whole segment of society that are out there and they feel hopeless. And they'll listen to a message of hope from a guy that looks like me. I mean, let's face it, right now in the United States of America, you know, over 100,000 people died in the last year from drug overdose. 100,000. Every 5 minutes somebody dies from a drug overdose. Today, the day you're watching this video, 130 people in the greatest country in the world will take their own lives. And I have to wonder, why would anybody do that? Why would anybody do that? You know, I recently read a book, and it was December 17, 1927, off the coast of Massachusetts, a true story. And a Coast Guard destroyer had a collision with the United States submarine. They said it only took minutes for that submarine to sink about 100 feet deep to that ocean floor. You know, eventually all 40 men aboard that submarine died. And I read that for 4 days, 6 men found their way to an air pocket in the hull of that submarine. And the deep sea divers, they could go to the ocean floor and they couldn't save those men. But they could communicate with them by tapping, you know, Morse code on the hull of that submarine. And they said the last message that they decoded from those men was, "Is there any hope? Is there any hope?" You know, I've heard it said that you can live for 40 days with no food. You can live for 4 days with no water. You can even live for 4 minutes with no air. But you can't live for 4 seconds with no hope. So that's what I do. I travel the country. I reach people that sometimes only a guy like me can reach. And I let them know that healing is available, that change is possible, that hope is real. His name is Jesus Christ. So God is using me. I'm able to go under the bridges and share with the homeless population, sex trafficking victims, drug addicts. I'm able to go into treatment centers and homeless shelters. I'm able to go to recovery homes and programs around the country and share the hope that I found and share the recovery I found, right? I mean, Jesus said it. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me. And you can recover your life. So, my message to people is, we are all created with a purpose. So many people I meet out there, they've lost sight that there's value, that there's purpose in their lives. God created them for a purpose, for a life. And I let them know that that life can be recovered. That life can be recovered by giving our lives, turning our lives and wills for Christ's care and control, and then plugging into a process that shows us how to enjoy the freedom, the power that Jesus Christ gave that we might have. So today, I just want to ask if you might ride with me. You know, I always say that everybody can't do what I do, but everybody can do something. You know, the gospel is free, but it's not cheap. And I'm willing to do the work. I've been doing that for years now. I spend time away from family, you know, sacrifice, surrender, service, and sharing is a way of life for me. And I'm just looking for people who want to ride with me, who will partner with me as I go out on the road and reach a group of people that sometimes the traditional church has neglected. Sometimes people who would never walk in through the doors of a church to hear the message about Jesus Christ or listen to a guy in a suit and tie. People that will hear it from a guy that looks like me. So I appreciate your time today, and I just hope that you'll prayerfully consider partnering with the Motorcycle Missionary organization as we endeavor to share the love and the freedom that Jesus Christ has for everybody. Jesus tells us in Matthew 18:12, he talks about this shepherd, right? That has 100 sheep, and one of them wanders off, right? Look at that sheep that wandered off. He wasn't out there looking for the master. He wasn't out there looking for the shepherd. No, that shepherd, he left them other 99 to go after that sheep. So look, you may be here tonight, man. You say, I didn't come here for all this. I came here for some food. I ain't looking for no preaching. I ain't trying to get no God up in my life. Well, let me tell you, no matter what you came here for, because grace is coming after you.